Chad Simmons of FoxSportsScout.com here at Creekside High School in Fairburn, Georgia, with the new Tennessee Volunteers, or maybe you guys have been Tennessee Vols from birth. I don't know. Your dad played there, brother played there. We'll get more into that in a little bit, but this was a birthday celebration for you guys, and probably for Tennessee coaches as well, getting you guys committed. Elliot, I know you made the first call. You called Bush Jones, the head coach at UT. You gave him the commitment news first. Take us through that phone call and what was said on your end, and then how Evan followed that.
Well, when I woke up, I woke up kind of nervous for some reason. So I kind of had a time in my head that I wanted to call, but I ended up being a little bit late. So I called him. I was like, I actually called Anthony Parker, who's an assistant coach that he played with my brother. So I've known him for a while. So I was like, can you put me on the phone with Coach Jones? And then he was like, he went in there. It took him a minute to find him because they were in the offensive meeting. So when he gave Coach Jones the phone, Coach Jones was like, hello. And I was like, how you doing, Coach Jones? I just wanted to call you and tell you that I want to commit and play football at the University of Tennessee. And that was pretty much it. And then he said, well, we're looking forward to having you. Pretty much we're family. And, brick by brick.
What was that pretty much you speaking for yourself, or were you committing for both you and Evan?
I was speaking for myself, but pretty much everyone knew that we were, I guess, a package deal. So I guess he kind of already knew that if I was committing, that he was committing too. But I put Evan on the phone just so he could hear him too.
So as soon as Coach Jones kind of said, welcome to the team, we're glad to have you, you passed the phone to Evan?
Yeah, because I really just wanted to I wasn't really trying to stay on the phone very long. I just wanted to tell him so I could go on, not really go on about my day, but I had stuff to do that day.
You're kind of the quiet type anyway.
Yeah, so I had stuff to do that day, so I gave Evan the phone. Evan ended up being on the phone much longer.
Yeah, Evan's a little more of a talker, I would say, for sure. You guys are twins, but a little bit different in that aspect. What was your conversation like, Evan, with Coach Jones at that point?
Really, it was the same thing. I told him I was committed and I wanted to play at Tennessee. And really, it was a sigh of relief, because there wasn't really any pressure, but at the same time, there was. Like, sooner or later, I'm going to tell him, but I just don't know when. And he told me that it was a sigh of relief for him, too. He don't have to run around the office and figure out what I'm thinking, what other schools are recruiting me or whatever. So, it really kind of took a lot of pressure off of us.
Tennessee's up there, one of the top classes in the country right now. You guys are a part of that. I think the question people want to know is, was there ever any other school that really challenged Tennessee? Did you guys always know it was going to be Tennessee, or was there other schools or a school that really gave you guys something to think about?
Right away, for me, it wasn't, I didn't really know that I was going to the University of Tennessee. Well, committed to go to Tennessee. For me, I kind of wanted some other interest, because it's always a curiosity that you want to see what else the other school has to offer. But in the back of my mind, I always felt Tennessee was up there. But it was just, for me, it was just that curiosity to see what another school would have to offer.
Did any school ever come in your mind as like, hey, I could see myself going there?
Yeah, there was a few. Growing up, I've always been the oddball in the family. I was an LSU fan, and I always like when Sean Taylor was at Miami. I really liked Miami, but I was really pretty much a diehard LSU fan. So, I still like LSU, but, that's, you gotta let that go. But, yeah, I like LSU.
What about you, Evan? It seemed like with Eric, and remember when I first started covering you guys, probably as freshmen, Auburn came up a lot. Was that a school that was in the mix for you guys at all?
Definitely. When we started this recruiting process, I really wanted to have an even playing field with all schools, so I was open to any school that would offer me a scholarship. And Tennessee offered our first one, our only official scholarship. So I really didn't want to let that bypass us and end up having nowhere to go. So we went ahead and accepted that and played it safe.
Was it planned, for a long period of time to be a birthday announcement? You guys turned 18, I guess, what was that, November 3rd? 4th on Monday. You guys turned 18. Was that planned for months? Was that kind of a spur of the moment thing? When did you come up with the birthday commitment celebration?
It was really a spur of the moment thing, because Sunday, maybe last Thursday, Coach we was talking, and he was like, because he was looking, he was like, he saw something on that message board talking about Berry Twins gray shirt, Berry Twins walk on, or maybe their brother would pay their tuition. I was like, that's asinine. I was like,
he can afford it though.
Yeah, but I was like, that's asinine considering that. I mean, I feel like I deserve a scholarship just like everyone else, all the other commits. So I was like, that really would be a waste of money. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could do something else with that money. So I was like, Evan, maybe we need to go ahead and commit, because I knew they were getting close to their limit.
They're right around 30 right now.
Yeah, so I was like, maybe we need to just go ahead and commit. So it was like, we didn't want to just seem like it came out of the blue. So we just like, I'm birthday next Monday, so let's just go ahead and do it Monday.
Yeah, you guys, will be the third generation in the Berry family to go to Tennessee. Your dad, James, played running back, you said 78 to 81,
yes.
I believe it was. Eric played recently, all pro now for the Kansas City Chiefs. Does that bring extra pressure knowing that the Berry name is known and very well recognized in Tennessee?
It doesn't bring any pressure at all. I mean, I've been playing football all my life, and now I'm going somewhere else to play football. I mean,
it's just different people.
That's
it. Football game, the game of football, you never change.
So you think people might expect, though, for you to be like Eric, to be the next great defensive back? That means nothing really to you, though?
No, I mean, you can only do what
I just want to be the best football player that I can be. I mean, I'm pretty sure there'll always be that little question out there, are they better than Eric? Who's better? Or you think they're going to be better than Eric? But I just want to be the best football player that I can be.
Eric played safety, Dad played running back. Eric went in maybe as a corner. Injuries happened at UT, had to be moved pretty quickly to play safety there, and obviously it worked out. Became an All-SEC guy, now playing for the Chiefs, first-round pick. Where do you guys expect to play? Start with you, Elliot. I mean, you've played, I think, everywhere here. I mean, from DN to middle linebacker, outside backer, running back. You've done a lot of different things here. Where do you see yourself fitting in at UT?
Honestly, I see myself playing outside linebacker. That's where I feel the most comfortable. And I also feel like I bring something different to the defense. Like I know I'm fast. I feel like I'm just as athletic as any DB that they're bringing in. So I feel like that I could be just as physical as a linebacker. I feel like I can cover your tight end, cover your running back, take him out the game. I just feel like I bring something different to the table. I feel like I feel more comfortable right there at linebacker. And just that the way that the game of football is changing. When you see a lot of teams with these up-tempo offenses and these 10 and 11 personnel, you're gonna need somebody that can play in the box and in the slot. So I just feel like I can do all of
that. I see myself offensively as a slot, running back, outside receiver. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I just got to have the ball in my hands, and every now and then I can play defense or kick return, punt return, but I see myself on offense.
Have they talked to you about that, being an offensive guy? I mean,
Yes,
you play a lot of defense here. I think you're a heck of a free safety. You played quarterback here, receiver more this year. So your plan's been all along to play wide receiver, or more of an athlete, move me around, get the ball in my hands kind of guy.
Right.
I think that may surprise some people. I think people kind of always look at you more of a defensive guy. Obviously you mentioned both of you guys are fast. You guys have won state championships here in track. Is that in the plans as well? Will you guys continue to run track at UT as well as play football?
Depending on how injuries, for me, how injuries and stuff hold up, I'll consider running track because it's not really a bad idea. I like track, but football is my number one sport.
So it's not kind of in the plans right now. It's kind of right now is all football, track is a possibility.
Yeah, right.
What's your thoughts on the new staff? You're really part of Butch Jones' first full recruiting team. Obviously, he is putting together a great class. I think he has for us number 2 in the country right now. There's still some big fish out there that are looking at Tennessee. What's your thoughts on just the staff in general, whether it be their personality, their recruiting style, the way they coach? What's y'all's thoughts there?
I'm not really too familiar on how they coach, but I really like their recruiting style. It's kind of more of like it wasn't necessarily a hands-off approach, but they wasn't trying to pressure us to do anything. And I guess that's kind of what I like about it, because I don't really like people calling me a lot, asking me about this every other day. So I just feel like I like their approach on that. And we just want to make this a recruiting class here in the future. Yes.
Personality. started from the first day I met Coach Jones. He was always excited, no matter what the team was going through. He didn't bring any other at-home problems. You know, I'm not sure if he had any, but any at-home problems.
Hopefully not.
To the playing field. And he was always excited. He was always focused on one goal, and that's winning the national championship.
Yeah, last question for you guys. When you guys are leaving here, a great program. You guys, I think, have been, 3 coaches here at Creekside, and y'all, sir, Tennessee's been some up and downs at UT. But one thing consistent in Knoxville is their crowd, their fan support. I mean, you guys have seen it, 105, 110,000, the noise running through the tee, the checkerboard end zone. I could go on. But what's your thoughts now, just your future, at UT? What are you most excited about?
Probably playing in front of the crowd.
A little different than here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice here.
Yeah.
You guys have a good supporting cast too, but a little different.
It's not 100,000.
I mean, it's going to be exciting. We recently went to the Tennessee-Georgia game, and it was a close game, and 102,000 showed up. It was just loud. I mean,
we were standing next to each other. We couldn't hear each other talk.
I couldn't believe it. And
think about on the field trying to make those calls.
I was like, man, picture me down there. I almost committed right then, to be honest, but I kind of held my water and waited until this past Monday.
I can't even lie. I was going to commit if they beat Oregon. If they beat Oregon, I was going to commit.
Either way, you didn't commit the Oregon game, didn't commit the Georgia game, but you're committed now on your birthday. Guys, always a pleasure talking to you, man. Best of luck here on that state championship run first, then at Tennessee in the future, man. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.